Good afternoon, everybody. Please excuse the wind noise. Not much I can do about it today. The tropical storm Nestor, wherever they got that name from, is it's blown past us. We got some rain, not much, very little. There's a little bit more coming. The sun was actually out a few minutes ago when I thought about doing this. But today we're going to talk about bait nets, cast nets to catch bait. Now the first one I want to show you, I have 3 or 4 actually. First one I want to show you is the standard 4-foot bait net. You can buy these almost anywhere: Walmart's, Sports Academy, Bass Pro Shops. Most tackle stores have them. Now what we call custom tackle stores around here, they won't have these because they have handmade stuff, high dollar stuff, which is very, very good, but these will work. Now this one is a very old one. I've had it for a long time. My youngest son Joseph, he used to throw this one a lot. Now it's dirty, it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But that's your standard 4-foot bait net. Now these will work. They will catch you some bait. But if you're really serious about catching bait, let's move that one to the side. You want something a little bit bigger. Now this one, my big brother Larry gave me this one. This is a 6-foot. And these are also, you buy them at Walmart or somewhere like that. See if we can get it out of there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm the last person to throw this net. Back when I was down at Larry's place in Jacksonville, or St. Augustine. But that's a 6-foot. Very fine mesh. Now this is a good net with one exception. You buy these, the lead line is not lead. It's some kind of material. I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll tell you in instructions what it is, but it's not lead, which means it's not heavy and it won't sink as fast as a lead line will, but it will work. It'll work just fine if you're on a big school of bait. Alright, we'll just set that up. I'm set up behind the truck here trying to stay out of the wind. But and these are braille nets. Braille net meaning when you throw it, you pull it back, the whole net will bag up, make a great big bag. Now the traditional net around here used to be a bag net, which had a bag around the bottom of the net. I don't have one to show you, because you can't find them anymore hardly unless you have one made. Now there is a couple of shops still here in our local area that will make you whatever you want, but they are high dollar, but they're worth it if you use them a lot. Now this one, if you're serious about catching bait, this is what you want right here. Now I've had this one for several years. Really don't remember even where I got it from. But this is, if I'm not mistaken, a 9-foot. I'm going to tie it to this string right here and hang it, because I want to rinse it out, make sure there's no big holes in it or nothing like that, because this is what I'm going to use first of next month when the big surprise is coming. Because we want bait now. We don't want to fool with it. And we don't have to go buy it, so we're going to catch it. Get on a good school of bait, one cast with this one, and you got bait for a couple of days. Alright, I'm going to hook it on this rope here I got around the tree limb. We're going to hang it up, and I'll show it to you. Now I know it looks a little weird the way I got it hung up, but there's another net in that bucket just to keep the weight down. Let's see if we can move the camera without the wind being such a problem. Now this one, the lead line on this one is actual lead. It's very heavy. Which the heavier it is, the faster it will sink and the more bait you'll catch. Now I'm just going to look through it right quick. Let's see if we can get it. Now there'll probably be a couple of little holes in it, but let's make sure there's no big gaping holes in it. Which I don't think there is. I've not used this for over a year. But still a good net. Alright, looks good. I don't see any big holes in it. Now if you want to test a net of any kind to see if it's rotted, just grab your mesh, tug on it. If it's rotted, it'll come apart easily. And this is not, so it's in good shape. Now I'm going to take the hose pipe and rinse it off real good when I get done. Just let it hang here for a little bit. Now this one, whose net is this? I don't know. I guess it's mine. I hadn't seen this one in a long time. Very dirty. And this is also a 9-footer, but this is not a bait net. This is a mullet net. See the difference in the size of the mesh? It looks like about a 1/2 inch. To where this one and the other one is very, very fine. I'm telling you, I'm trying to remember where this one came from. Let's see, let's give it the tug. Seems okay. Now I have another one, which is a mullet net made for mullet fishing, which is 14 feet. Very big net, very heavy. I can throw it about twice nowadays. Now back when I was a young fella, 30 years ago, I threw a 16-foot net, which nowadays those are illegal. You can't throw one that big anymore. Some people still do, they try to push it, but my 14, I know it needs patching, it's got holes in it, but I will link a video down below where I used it last year. And about 2 casts, as big as it is and heavy as it is, that's about all I can handle. But these, like this 9-footer here, even this one, no problem. The 4-foot, no effort. And we will see some bait catching and using them in the next few weeks. Let's see, so I'll leave that one right there for right now. I've only got one rope in the tree, so. Alright, I'm going to rinse this one off, clean it up good, put it back in the bucket, because I'm going to use this one and the 6-footer when the big fishing trip comes up here in a couple weeks. I just wanted to show y'all that's the way you catch bait for free. If you can buy live shrimp, live pinfish, you can't hardly get live menhaden anymore. No, we'll catch some of those. I'll show you what those are, because they're really, really hard to keep those alive. But fishing is coming. I promise it's coming. Alright, I'll get this rinsed off. We'll look at one more thing right quick. And I've tried to work in the shop. I've got everything I can do in the shop. I need the forge. It is so windy that the forge will not stay lit. And I don't want to fire the coal forge for the wind, obvious reasons. So we'll see something else in a minute. Alright, we got more rain coming in. More wind. Got the little one hung up here, rinsed off good. I'm going to let it sit here and dry overnight. And the 9-footer, got it rinsed off good. I'm going to let it sit here overnight and dry. And if it rains on it, it's not going to hurt it. It'll be just fine. And then I'll put it back in the bucket. That's the way we store them around here, is in a bucket. And it'll be all ready to go here in a couple weeks. Now, sorry for the wind noise, but it's windy. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned. A lot of good stuff's coming up in the next few weeks. And I will see y'all next time.